It's never too late to tell your story. So today I just want to talk to you about, what's going on in the world. So many cases of injustice really makes you feel like maybe it's not worth coming forward with anything that's happened in your life, especially sexual trauma. And it can make you feel like, what's the point? What's the point of going to the police? What's the point of telling my story? I won't be believed, I'll be gaslit, I'll be vilified, I'll be the one that feels like I'm the persecutor when actually I am the survivor. And they make you feel like a victim. That's very, very true. This can happen, and we're seeing it both in America in the Epstein files, and we're seeing it with what's happened here in the UK with that rape case with those boys not having a custodial sentence. Hopefully that will be overturned. But what I'd like to say to you is, don't give up. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my story to make you feel like not giving up. When I was 11 years old to the age of 14, I was sexually abused by my teacher at school, in my secondary school. And I buried this situation for many, many decades, because of shame, because of not being believed, because of being vilified, losing family members. And when the pandemic hit, I also went into menopause. And when you go into menopause, lots of things shift and change. And one thing that does shift and change is that your stored conscience, your subconscious, things that you put away for many, many years can come to the core, can come to fruition, can come to your north node, as we call it, right? From your south node. And that led me to declare, to tell, to report to the police, finally, after decades, what happened to me, to go public, to go on Facebook, to start a Me Too movement that's involved different women, different perpetrators. But my perpetrator has been charged, and he is no longer a head of a school. He was still teaching, he was the head of a school. And he's been charged, and the court case will be next September. It will be 7 years from the beginning of this cycle. And these things take time. But I have to tell you that just getting someone charged, no longer in their job, no longer being able to function in the world as a predator, on conditions, as it were, even before the court case, is really helping me to understand and feel supported that I have been listened to, that I have been believed, that I have been heard. Whether a judge finds him guilty or not, the point is he is no longer in headship. He is no longer out in the world being able to abuse other young girls. So, although it took me decades and I could live with that shame, I'm not going to anymore. I've released the shame. I've been able to do that work, and that's why I do the work I do now, supporting other women. So if you feel that you're ready to talk about your story, you don't have to pathologize with me. I'm a somatic worker. We work with the body. We bring it all together, the physiology and the psychology, and the support of my own lived experience, and just being able to talk about what you've been through. And sometimes just having a safe space to do that can be really cathartic, without even having the healing, the energy work and all that I give with my one-to-ones with women. So this is my studio, by the way, here in North London. I work online, I work in my studio. But yeah, please speak up. Don't be afraid. Your voice is really needed. Your story is really needed. Your your truth is really needed, because if we don't tell our truth, then what happens is that we just swallow down the pain, we swallow down the dis-ease, and the dis-ease stays in the body, it stays as discomfort, and more than that, it can manifest itself into autoimmune disease or even cancer. And it's very interesting, the work that I've been doing over the years is seeing how many women are now getting fibromyalgia, autoimmune diseases, and all those women have got a story to tell and haven't told it. So it's really interesting that that is the case. Gabor Mate talks about this. He's a doctor, and I think he was a pediatrician and a trauma expert, and he's, don't take my word for it, look up Gabor Mate, even Bessel van der Kolk, Peter Levine, Stephen Porges, all these people, Manuela Mishkov, all trauma experts that point to this. You know that this is true. When we swallow down our stories, when we swallow down our trauma, then we just create dis-ease in the body, mind and spirit. And it's a holistic approach, we have to look at things holistically, it's not just, we don't hold in the mind the traumas, we hold it in the body, and the body tells us. So for instance, my body told me for many years, by having very tight hip flexors, I couldn't sit cross-legged, I couldn't sit cross-legged, everything was really tight for me. And now I sit for many hours cross-legged, maybe not perfect lotus, but my body has softened, my body has opened. And when we open the jaw, we open the cervix, we open the hip flexors, we open everything. So as we start to speak our truth, as we start to bring our truth into the world, everything begins to open, everything begins to soften. So the jaw, pelvis, the womb, everything softens, and we can then tell our stories from this place. And by opening these spaces in our body and allowing ourselves to speak our truth and get into our bodies, in alignment with our bodies, through the chakra system, the energy centers of the body, we can find a space in the world where, if we're not believed, or we're not heard, or we're not taken seriously, or we're ridiculed or gaslit, then we can deal with that. We can deal with being in that position, because we are embodied, we are in alignment. And that's what I've been doing the last 6-7 years while I've been preparing myself for this court case. I've been studying, I've been absorbing, I've been embodying this new way of being, so that I am now in a position not only to support myself next year in this court case, and to speak my truth without being pushed or pulled, or I'm ready, I'm ready to speak my truth, whatever the outcome. And that's what I'm kind of hoping more women will do. So I'm going to talk more about my story as time goes on, and if anyone has any questions about my story and how did I get to this point, or just reach out. Like, I can just, simple things women have reached out before, like simple questions that can really shift decades of belief. Women have this perception that they're not allowed to do certain things, or feel certain things, or behave in a certain way, because it's not feminine, because it's not the thing to do. And that's all lies, and it's all bullshit, and it's all created by patriarchy, and we now have the power. So many of us are speaking our truth, so many of us are ready to tell our stories, and so many of us are ready to heal the shame. And when you heal the shame, you move from survival to sovereignty, from Mother Earth holding you. Looking around me here, I'm beautiful, beautiful Mother Earth, and there's a great big oak tree over there, that just gives me the power to talk like this. And it's not easy. I know I can appear confident, but actually being an introverted extrovert, it's not easy talking about my story. But I'm happy to talk about my story because I know it's supporting other women. Other women have come forward. Other women are seeing me, who are now going to the police, are now speaking their stories. And what's amazing is as each thing comes out in the news, so you've got the Epstein files, you've got women being trafficked, you've got children, child abuse, you've got, you know, honour killings, you've got drug rape of women in marriage and partnership, and all these things are coming to me. All these things are being told to me by women, and I am supporting them. And so many miracles are shifting, so many things are shifting in their lives because of it. So yeah, I hope this story has helped you today in some way, and I hope that you feel the confidence, or would like to feel the confidence, reach out to start speaking your truth, because it's very much needed. The world needs to hear this truth. Is that